Good day, good night, good evening, depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I'm your girl Star, and today, as you can see from the title, we're reading on Meghan Markle. Okay, so I've really been into watching like snippets of The Crown, and I guess because I'm taking a trip to England soon, I just like started like delving. You just delve down on YouTube about like just any kind of random information about the monarchy and things like that. And I've been seeing things on and off about Meghan Markle because like, I remember when she first married Prince Harry. I was like, okay, of course, she biracial. You're like, okay, pro black girl, whatever the case may be, all about that, supporting her, whatever. Until I really like dug deep and like got through the tabloids and just how they speak of her and everything like that, and just the essence and the energy I see around her, I was just like, I don't know, like it doesn't seem like she's as like vicious as they try to paint her out to be. Um, so I'm like, I'm gonna tap into her energy and see what I see around her and what kind of person she is. Yesterday, especially when I was like watching her videos and stuff like that, I was seeing that she just did a podcast. And in that podcast, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this is like probably the most like authentic I've ever really seen her be. Like, feel like she was like herself. And I'm like, you get a better understanding of who she is. Like, like, of course, being around the royal family, just being in the situation she is, it's like, her energy can come off pretentious. But let's tap into it and see what we see around her. So I do see that she is sun sign of Leo. That's the essence I get around her. And if you guys want to get a private reading, you guys can always hit me up on Instagram, which is House of Stars, or you can send me an email and I can get you right in. So what I see around her is she's very self-conscious. But I don't even think it's like she's just self-conscious because of the fact of like her being in the position that she is, like being a part of the royal family now. I almost feel like overall she's always been self-conscious. I think that there's always been a sense of awkwardness with her, that she's always presented herself where she didn't know where she exactly fit in or how she was going to be perceived. It's like kind of the energy and the essence I get around her. Like, I also get the sense too, like it goes into how she was raised. Like, she was kind of raised with a lot of precaution and a little bit sheltered in certain ways. It's like, I don't know why I would say that. Like, I'm not sitting there saying like she probably didn't have a life or she didn't go out there, but I get the sense like there's some sheltered mentality or understanding that kind of been projected on her that's kind of like had her always have to feel like she had to be on some guard in some way. Like, I know that I've seen some information about her family. Like, her mom was like maybe gang affiliated and her dad was like into Hollywood or whatever. So like, imagine what the two mixes of that would be. Possibly her dad probably raising her to like be a certain way so she didn't follow in the footsteps of her mother. Then you also have her mother's family where it's like all about being street smart and like, knowing yourself and being able to keep sick. So I think like that double whammy of the both mixed with a little bit of trauma kind of put her in a place of being self-conscious. But I also get the sense that she can be really anxious as well, because what I feel from her and what I saw about her, why I was so drawn to her, is that I'm like, she has a channel, like meaning like her channel is open. So when it comes to either like, acting or whatever the case may be, like, okay, like in Ifa, like it would be like somebody that can kind of assume different Orishas, different characters and things like that. So she has the ability to mount. So meaning that at times, like, I even do this as well, even when I'm doing readings and stuff like that, or doing videos, like, I'm channeling. So I don't know exactly what I'm saying until I look at the playback. I'm like, oh, okay, like, this is what I'm saying, because it's like, I allow the channel and the spirit to take over to kind of put forth the message. So she kind of has the same ability. If she were to actually tap in, she would be able to be a medium. Like, I really feel like she has that because she's so energy sensitive. Like, she walks into the room, because I don't know, I'm seeing an image of her walking into the room right now, and it's like she can see all the eyes on her and the critiques on her. But that's just like British entertainment in itself is what I get. I genuinely feel like she loves Harry. Not like, you have to understand, it's like, even if she was even engulfed by the idea of him being a prince, like, which woman wouldn't? It would really take for her to actually get to know him to see if he would be the one. Now, another thing too, where people look at the whole British or like the monarchy as like such a luxurious life. Of course, it is. There is prestige. It is aristocratic, but it comes with a fucking price. Okay, ain't nobody just signing up to be a part of that family. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just happen like that. So I think the thing with her, what I feel like she loves so much about him is like he allows her to be seen and he allows her to be heard, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And I think that that's the next thing too, where it's like she sees the whole royal family thing, but she's like, I don't know who you are. Like, what are you about? Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's where they really kind of clicked on is like two people that are perceived a certain way or expected to be a certain way, and just being like, I'm just me and I want to be myself. Like, you know what I mean? Um, as for, she's gonna tap more into her spirituality if she hasn't is already. Because I don't know why. I don't know why I see like meditation and stuff like that, but she is really tapping in. I don't know why I keep on getting, she has like three ancestors distinctively that's around her right now that's guiding her on the next steps that she makes. I get the sense when it comes to her, like the where her win is gonna be was when she allows herself to be allow herself to display herself being more authentic. I think that she's gonna get more bees of honey on that. I think for her, what her thing was kind of like trying to do a protocol, like, you know what I mean, and so it'd be respective to protocol. And I get the sense like it backfired because it almost came off unauthentic because it's not really who she is. When it comes to her cooking show, I feel like she definitely has talent, but I don't know why I get the sense that she's gonna end up like educating herself even more. Like, I get her because I get the sense with her is like it's not all even about what she can do. She's not afraid to actually learn something. So that's what I get as well. Um, there could be talks of another baby or another addition to the family. So I don't know if it's like a dog or an actual baby, but I see another addition to the family. As for her business, it's gonna flourish. I don't know why I keep seeing it in like stores. So I don't know if there's like a department deal coming up or something like that, but I definitely feel like mass production is coming her way. And people have to understand that they may look at it as like, oh, she's trying to profit off of the royal family. And it's like, you have to understand that there is a lot more politics and behind the scenes when it comes to that. So I know a lot of people have been talking about her kind of using her royal title now. Listen, you got to keep in mind there's a new boss in office, and you never know exactly what has been said or what's been told and why she's now affiliating herself or, drawing more attention to the fact that she is indeed a part of the royal family. I get the sense that they will go back and do some kind of public service because I don't get that this hiatus is going to be forever. Because I get some reconciliation that's going to end up happening between Harry and his father. Definitely, because I think his father is going to be like, you know what, like before I come off, I step down. I want to make sure that both of my sons are doing what they need to do and what they are committed to do, whatever the case may be. I also got a message. So I don't know if somebody had a dream or something like that, or like something like that happened. Guys, see a message coming through like, okay, like, no, this may not be what I want, but this is what is come from above that should happen, or have come on the other side. So I do definitely feel like that. Um, I do get the sense that even though Meghan has been put down, dragged down, her name is not going to stay dirty for too long. Because even though her mission was to revolutionize, and maybe her way of going about it and her understanding of how she thought it was supposed to be is not supposed to actually happen in the sea. Actually, because you didn't see what happens is when you're a person that can see, and I've seen a lot of people do this. When you're a person that can sense and see things, sometimes we foresee something that is not something that's supposed to be happening in the season that we think it is. So we're 10 steps ahead, which can be great. You kind of get that heads up to know something different. But in reality, you don't know what you have to do or what it's going to have to take or what God is preparing you to do first before you actually step into that season. Because I do get the sense that there is going to be revolutionizing um, their how can I say it? Their presence and impression on the public, but almost in a way when it comes to economics is what I'm getting. The energy of that. So I do feel like there's going to be some scandal that's going to be coming up. I don't know why I keep on getting like papers or publications, something like that, some scandal that's coming up. But I don't know why something's going to be backed up with proof, so that was going to be fine or whatever. But moving forward, definitely feel like whatever she's doing, whatever's happening for her, and what's going to be start growing for her, the monarchy's going to want to have something to do with it. So that's when you're going to start to see the narrative shift and kind of shift over to William's side. Because I almost get the energy of that happening in some way. Because I almost see like the eyes being taken off of them and then their eyes being turned somewhere else. Is the energy I get. So overall, what do I say of Meghan Markle? Do I think she's fake? Not really. She got a lot of pressure on her. Like a whole lot of pressure. And how would you feel walking into a room that everyone has a preconceived notion of who you are before you even say hello? Then on top of that, you have to go along with following protocol. And then standing an image of a monarchy where you've only like Harry's born into it. Everybody else is born into it in some way. She's not. So like think about it. It's like even with Catherine, she was with William for like 10 years before she really had to step in the spotlight. So she got more than enough practice, and Meghan did it. So it's kind of like she was throwing out in the wolves in certain ways. People are gonna always want to penalize people in some way, especially when they from the front gate. They don't really believe in them. And I'm not trying to say I'm being biased because she is half black, but I'm saying in general, I don't think she was given a fair shot to how she was able to present herself um, to the media eye and things like that. But again, I think she's a very determined person. She's very clear on what she wants. Um, if she doesn't see what's working for her, she gets up immediately. And I think for a lot of people, that could perceived as being using or whatever the case may be. But I think she knows what works for her. Um, but she has an energy and an essence that's very attractive, not just by looks, but attractive. So people can get riled up about that too. So yeah, that's what I see about her. If you have any questions or concerns about anything about what I read on, let me know. If you guys want me to read on anyone else, I'm going to start celebrity psychic readings again, but we're going to close this reading on Meghan Markle, and I think she's cool. I think she's dope. I think she's handling it very well concerning all the things that's been happening. Again, if you want to get a private reading with me, you guys can hit me up on Instagram, or my email is available below. And if you want to get Reiki, any spiritual work, anything like that, we can definitely do consultations. Consultations start at $45. So I do want to thank you so much for your time and rocking with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good day.